It's yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine. The world is this.
Yo, what's good everyone? It's Leak and welcome back to another video. Today we have a Five Nights at Freddy's concept, but I don't think that Springtrap is the killer in this one. That's what makes this one a bit interesting. Now this concept is by Flood. I checked out his videos in the past, but now I'm just revisiting them because I definitely forgot about this concept for sure. So I know it didn't contain Springtrap. That's the curious part about everything. So I just want to check it out. The link will be down in the description below if you want to check out the original video to this concept. And let's do this. Let's check this out. You got the Springtrap music though, the Fnaf Springtrap music. I know for sure this one didn't contain Springtrap though, because I had saw this one in the past, but I forgot everything about it, so I'm just revisiting it again.
Hey guys, Flood here, and welcome to the Dead by Daylight Five Nights at Freddy's chapter spotlight trailer. Man, that was a lot to say. So obviously I'm not doing the thing I did last time where I tried to sound like the person that did the spotlight trailers because it came off kind of cringy, and plus my voice is just not that deep and cool sounding, so I'm deciding to stick with my nice, friendly voice. So let's start by talking about the map, Willsmore Harbor. Now obviously this isn't the location from the first Five Nights at Freddy's game. It's actually never been in any Five Nights at Freddy's game. It's a location that I made up completely on my own.
I'm about to say, I definitely wasn't familiar with
this is primarily because when I tried to make the actual location from the first game, it just wasn't nearly as big as it needed to be, and I don't know, I just kind of felt like I could take it in a different direction, kind of do something original. So the way Willsmore Harbor ties into the Five Nights at Freddy's story is that the animatronics, once the first location shut down, were shipped here where they spent a couple days before moving on to Fazbear's Fright, where they became like relics for that attraction. While they were here, they
see, like me, like don't get me wrong, I'm a Fnaf fan, but I'm not like a die-hard true Fnaf fan. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I don't know everything about Fnaf. I honestly didn't know that at all.
Tormented the night guard every single night and just made life living hell for anybody that worked there. Obviously it's a shipping yard, which gave me a lot of creative control over how the map looked, and I think it overall came out pretty nice. So let's talk about the main killers of this chapter, which are the animatronics, consisting of Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, which are all the original killers from the game. Now I wanted all these animatronics to feel like they had their own personality, because me personally, that's how I felt.
You heard how you said it too, like the animatronics, like he don't even want it to be Springtrap.
Playing the original Five Nights at
Freddy's
game, all the animatronics kind of did their own thing, and that's what made the game so much fun. And when I'm making these killer ideas, I like to keep them as close to the original as possible to give it the real authentic Dead by Daylight feel, because that's what they do with the killers like Michael Myers. And
which is very true. He does have a point. They always faithful towards the original and the original everything. So I'm grateful for that. They could have went with the Silent Hill movie. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and my like when I'm remind you, most of these like licenses that they go after, they can't really get the original license for them. For example, Freddy, they couldn't get the original license for Freddy. I forgot what had happened, but they couldn't get it, the original license for Freddy, so they had to use the remake Freddy. So
and Pyramid Head,
but they always like to stick to the faithful.
That they had in the
always like to stick to the original
that they appeared in. So let's talk about what each animatronic had in their original game as a strength. So first we gotta talk about the main honcho of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Freddy Fazbear. Right. So I gave all these animatronics a unique name that kind of shows their role in the game they play. So Freddy Fazbear is called the ringleader. This obviously serves a purpose to define him as he appears in the games, as well as kind of giving you a hint as to what his power does. So when playing Five Nights at Freddy's, Freddy is actually very, very stealthy, and because Dead by Daylight doesn't have too many stealth killers, I decided to make him a
Yo, for real though, to this like day, like yeah, we got the ring, we got the I'll keep calling her the ring killer. We got Sadako as a new stealth killer, but when you really think about it, say if like besides Sadako, when was the last time we got a stealth killer? Like, there's like no stealth killers in this game.
So his power is obviously called ringleader because that's. I
mean, Sadako was like the first one, so. In a long time.
So the first thing he can do is he can control where the other animatronics go. By the way, all the animatronics are on the same map. So you start out as Freddy Fazbear no matter who you actually want to play, and you can switch your conscience over to any of the other animatronics despite who you're playing. So you can go back to Freddy, you can go to Bonnie, you can go to Foxy. You can basically control every single action you do and what animatronic you're playing. So like I said, Freddy can control where these go, and any animatronic is kind of like a wall. Like, it has collision, survivors can't walk through it. So if you're quick enough, Freddy can actually block paths and and, you know, stop survivors from getting to certain windows or block off shacks, something like that. However, it is very time consuming to do so because...
Whoa. So he's almost like the Doctor in a way. So I'm guessing like anyone who means Doctor will have like a similar feel.
The animatronics have to go from point A to point B. Now, the main part of his power, like I talked about, he is very stealthy in the game.
I was about to say, like, with a different...
originated from Five Nights at Freddy's 1, so I wanted to keep that true to the character. So every 40 seconds, Freddy can activate Power Outage. During this time, survivors can barely see in front of them. It basically gets like blindness in Minecraft, if you've ever seen that, where it's very, very hard to see anything in front of you. During this time, Freddy has absolutely no tear rate.
That's actually pretty fire. That's actually pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. And that's crazy because, like, I was thinking of some sort of, like, smoke killer where they could, like, say, like, they're, a similar thing to Power Outage, right? But the thing is, like, their tear radius is completely 0, right? And they could throw, like, a smoke pellet. It's, like, a very heavy smoke pellet. Like, it goes everywhere, right? So, or even, not even, like, a smoke pellet. They could, like... It could be like on a spiritual level where the smoke just comes out of nowhere, like it comes from like the ceiling or the sky, right? And it blocks, and it covers like 48 meters from where the killer is positioned. That makes it to where the killer could sneak up on survivors and down them if they can, because the survivors can't really see because there's smoke everywhere. That would be pretty cool in my opinion. This is a dope concept with that Power Outage.
However, if you're listening, it does play the lullaby, or not the lullaby, the song that plays when the power is out in the original game. Now, I didn't want to make one killer too overpowered, so that's where I kind of left it for Freddy's.
Nah, I mean, just that alone, that doesn't sound that bad. I'm not gonna lie.
More than that, because, you know, I want you
that
to
sounds
be
at
willing
least
to
B
switch to
tier.
other animatronics. So next up we have Bonnie. Bonnie's power is called
even A tier if you use like the character right.
Eye. The whole point of Bonnie's power is to give him sort of surveillance. So when playing as Bonnie, what you can do is you can set up cameras. You have a maximum of 5 and you can...
Bro. Y'all don't know how bad. Y'all do not know how bad I want a killer that can set up cameras on our game, bro. I want that so bad. I already created a concept about it. You can just look up on my channel. It's called DbD the director, bro. I already want a character that could set up cameras, bro. The point of the director is like he's like a snuff film killer, but you could go watch the concept if you're interested. But boy, do I want a type of killer that could just set up cameras around the map. I feel like that would be like one of the most dopest
Any survivor
concepts.
who sees the camera and gets to it can actually disarm the camera. Any cameras that are up can be accessed by any other killer. So when you're playing as Foxy, Chica, Freddy, you can actually look through the cameras and kind of get some information as to where survivors are.
That's
Obviously,
fire.
they have to be at ground level because otherwise the survivors wouldn't be able to disable them. So, and also because I want every single animatronic to have some chase potential, Bonnie can temporarily shut off his red stain for a couple seconds. Next up, we have Chica. Chica's power is called
and it's more on the
mechanical
simple side too.
Prowess. I wanted her ability to have a lot to do with generators and, you know, mechanical stuff in Dead by Daylight. So what she can do is her base kick is actually faster than the regular kick. It moves at 150% regular regression speed, so basically ruin tier 2. On top of having a faster generator kick, when Chica kicks a generator and then goes 40 meters away from it, any survivor that touches that generator is revealed to her for 3 seconds. When this happens, her power becomes active. Whenever the next survivor gets hit,
kicks notify all animatronics of gen repairs. Okay.
The last generator they touch gets blocked for 60 seconds. This effect has a cooldown of 80 seconds. And finally, when in a chase, you can activate a power called Flashback. This allows her to quickly move back to where she was 1.5 seconds ago. It deactivates when she's more than 10 meters away, and only remains...
She sounds like a pain. Like, she sounds like, if the survivors are having trouble already in the game, like, she would just add more trouble. Like, or even if the player is playing as Freddy, and the player switches to Chica, like, I feel like survivors would get really annoyed, but that's a good thing though, because they should feel that pressure. That's the whole point of a killer being the killer. They should have that pressure, which I like a lot.
But that is Chica's power. Foxy's power is called Automated Atrocity.
Now, it was Foxy too? Hold up. I thought it was only 3.
Freddy's that we actually see like running, he's going to be like the main chaser of the group. So what exactly does his power do? So you can hold the power button to charge up an attack, similar to Pig's Dash. After the charge has been completed, Foxy starts moving at rapid speeds. However, he keeps his regular sensitivity. Hitting a survivor in this power will injure them, and hitting an already injured survivor will put them in deep wound. Very similar to how Legion uses his power. However, after hitting the first survivor, Foxy starts moving even faster, and the next survivor he hits will go down instantly. His sensitivity is slightly reduced, however not hillbilly levels. He does most
My thing is, if two survivors are right next to each other, GG's.
Basic actions faster, like kicking generators or breaking pallets, as well as having built-in enduring. But that's pretty much it for Foxy's power, because
yo, does that now sound like a rework type Legion, bro? Imagine Legion being like, say if two people is right next to each other, imagine Legion being able to hit that survivor, go even faster, and then down the other one instantly. With Infectious Fright too, you know how strong that would be? Oh my goodness.
A reason not to switch to another animatronic.
That joint would be crazy.
The whole point of this killer is to go from one killer
I wouldn't mind seeing it though, but I don't know. It might need a nerf.
Point. But anyway, let's move away from the killer and talk about the killer's teachable perks.
Okay.
Center stage, unlocked to level 30. You love being the center of attention, even if you have to get the audience together in the first place. When starting a chase with a survivor who's alone, you get a stack. You can get up to a maximum of 5 stacks. For every stack you have, your movement speed is increased by 3% the next time you find more than one survivor together. These stacks go away for every 3.5 seconds you're in a chase. The next perk up is face.
So it's almost like a buff play with your food in a way, but instead just screw the obsession. The obsession has nothing to do with anything. And I think that's how play with your food should actually work. It shouldn't just be obsession based, but I guess because of the fact that it's Michael Myers and he preys so much on getting Laurie to die, so makes sense. That's why
Unlocked level 35. You are very acquainted with technology, and you can use it to your advantage. After hooking 2 survivors, the next generator you kick will activate Face the Music. If a survivor touches the generator, they will be faced with...
Hold on. After hooking the next generator you kick will activate Face the Music. If a survivor touches the generator, they will be faced with 3 extremely hard and quick... Okay.
Extremely hard and quick skill checks. If they fail any of these skill checks, all generators that haven't been completed will start regressing at 170% speed.
All generators that haven't been completed will start regress. What?
Survivors on any generator will scream and show their location to you. And last but not least, we have Hex.
He's like talking dumb fast. I'm just trying to like understand the perk. I'm just not trying to just read the perk. You know what I'm trying to say? Listen to it and not understand.
After a survivor is unhooked, Hex It's Me becomes active. For as long as this Hex is active, the unhooked survivor curses their teammates. Every time the cursed survivor leaves the generator, that generator becomes blocked for 40 seconds. All other survivors' skill checks become harder and harder for the longer the perk is active.
So that's almost like a
Essentially, all survivors become exposed, and the cursed survivor can be killed if the Hex is up for a certain amount of time. But that is my personal...
I was about to say that's like a almost like save dead man switch was a hex perk, and it just had more buffs to it and more like little twists to it. That's how I look at it.
Five Nights at Freddy's fan-made chapter, and what I would like Five Nights at Freddy's to be like if they were in the game.
That's not bad though.
I know a lot of people are going to be wondering why I didn't go the Springtrap for the overall killer. While I do think Springtrap makes the most sense from a lore perspective, from a creative perspective, I like the idea of using all 4 animatronics, the iconic animatronics, to make a new killer.
That's fire too, though.
The most unique concept I've ever come up with, and I think in the game it would actually be a lot of fun. But overall, that is it for me. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. I've got some really big stuff planned that I know you'll
definitely gonna check out this concept.
I also know a lot of you like Five Nights at Freddy's, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed my concept. I post pretty much every other day, so if you want to turn on notifications, it would make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Well, I mean, there's no way for me to tell you did, but I'll know. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed my video.
I like the fact that he didn't go with the Springtrap route. I like the fact that he just went with his own type thing, because everybody and their mama is going with the Springtrap route, because yes, like what he said, Springtrap does make more sense from Lore's perspective. Imagine if the devs really did go with, like, actually went with the original just characters and not Springtrap. I wonder how like people would react to it. That would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? I'm not gonna lie though, I kind of mess with this power a bit more than the other Springtrap powers, only because of the fact that it's more than one character you're playing as. So you know what I'm trying to say, it's like the more the better, you know what I'm trying to say. But Springtrap is like he's only one animatronic. I know there was like some sort of other concepts where you could just play as Springtrap and then the other animatronics would just be AIs, kind of like Nemesis zombies, like I said before. But I like this concept because it's like they're not AIs, you're actually playing as them, and they have their own unique twists and their own power. So it's almost like you're facing 4 people, which I love because of the fact that I always wanted a killer like that. Like I said before, I thought Legion was gonna be like that, but I don't know what happened when they had teased the Legion. I thought it was gonna be 4 characters you play as, or the Legion was gonna be like a split killer, like a killer with multiple personalities, but that wasn't the case. But I do like this concept though. I kind of like this concept like the most out of every Springtrap concept because of the fact that it incorporates more to the killer. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not just one killer you playing as, it's a whole bunch. Well, 4 killers you playing as, against actually, as or against, and that's what I like the most about everything. So I kind of dig this concept the most. This is definitely up there. This is kind of, I think this is like the best FNAF concept, honestly, because I know the map that I only had to like, if anything, the map might need to change, only because I know the people, they will appreciate and be faithful towards the original animatronics as the killers, but I don't think they will like the map. I'm trying to go off this like if it was an actual chapter. I don't think they will like the map. I think they would just want the original map, but just bigger. You know what I'm trying to say? Like just more bigger. Like if the devs have to maybe add a little outside and maybe add in some stuff, that would be cool. It doesn't have to be the biggest map in the world. Silent Hill looks big, but it's actually the smallest map in the game, so it could just be Silent Hills. It could just be the size of Silent Hill. You know what I'm trying to say? It could be the second smallest map in the game. That'll actually be pretty cool to have in the game, honestly. This is the best FNAF concept. I'm not gonna lie. I really dig how each character has their own thing. I really like the way how Chica's power works. Like I always wanted a camera killer in the game. A killer that could just place down cameras and use that to like track down survivors, because I'm a fan of just tracking down survivors mainly as well. Like that's what I like doing the most, is just tracking down survivors, like, and then just going into the chase immediately. I love that when I play Pinhead, that I hooks a survivor and then like a survivor is already opening the box and I teleport to the next survivor and start another chase. You know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like I just ended one chase, now I'm on to the next chase. I like causing pressure, and I feel that cameras will be really cool to have, because the cameras will cause a lot of pressure because you constantly know where the survivor is. For Foxy, Foxy's joint, I don't know. Foxy's joint sound a bit OP. I'm not gonna cap to you. That's like a Legion Mark II, bro. Like that joint sound wicked. Imagine, like I said, imagine 2 survivors, your perfection fright, right next to each other, 2 down. Like that's nearly a down, and then like Foxy would definitely be the slugging type out of them all 4, because he's quick and he could just down you quick. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he could down you quick and then move on to the next, be about his day, which I am a fan of. But I don't know, that might need a nerf a bit. I don't know, it depends on, like, I need to see it. Like if I was to see it, then I'll be like, oh okay, I feel like I need to see it. Freddy's, I really like the way Freddy's work because of the fact that he could block their vision in a way, and also sneak up on the survivors as well at the same time. So I really dig that. And I also like the fact that he kind of like has that doctor type playstyle, even though I don't really play doctor, but I feel like I would want to play Freddy because Freddy seems a bit more on the simple side. I mean, doctor, you gotta predict and stuff a lot too. Like they will have a similar feel, like for sure, but I feel like I would just play Freddy more. Bonnie is more on this okay side. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you do what you do. I mean, you could turn off your terriers from here and there. I low-key forgot what Bonnie does though. That's literally the only thing I remember. What did he say? Wait a second. Bonnie sets up the cameras around the map. That's what Bonnie does. Right. I'm getting everything all twisted. Bonnie sets up the cameras around the map. Chica is the gen. She's like the gen protector. She makes sure Jen's like is blocked and stuff. My fault. Vice versa. I really like the way Bonnie's power works with the cameras. Chica's she's just a more beneficial type. I feel like I would just enjoy her because of the fact that she's beneficial. You know what I'm trying to say? But anyways, I'm talking too much. Let me know what y'all think about this concept. Honestly, I think this is like the best FNAF concept, and it's crazy because it doesn't even involve Springtrap, and I'm pretty sure this is, in my opinion, the best FNAF concept. Let me hear y'all best FNAF concepts. Like if FNAF was to come into DbD, would you prefer this or would you prefer Springtrap in the game? Let me know what y'all think. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you like this video, like this video. If you're new and mess with my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.
To the beat, y'all. Check it out. Come on. 1, 2. 1, 2, y'all. What you go?